In the words of Robert Kiyosaki, you must buy assets, not liabilities, to build wealth. In other words, stop wasting money on consumer things that you don't need and start putting money aside to building wealth for you and your family. As Robert says in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, you can't get rich by working for money. It's only when you have money working for you, like while you're sleeping, can you acquire true wealth. And assets come in all sorts of forms. We have paper assets. These will be stocks and shares and ETFs that we put aside some money each month and put into our investment account. By adding a portion of our income each month to these assets, they will compound over time and later in life can provide an income. Even if you're workaholics like us, you can also pass those assets down to your children and it becomes generational wealth. Another asset class that we hold are income properties. We have a portfolio of multifamily properties that we are growing, and eventually the cash flow from these will cover all of our living expenses. These too can be passed down as generational wealth. As a contractor, there's nothing more appealing than getting hold of some undervalued property in a good area and maximizing its potential and its value. When we decided to invest in property ourselves, we found there are different asset classes there too. So in the residential market, we found that we had single family homes, 1 to 4 multifamily homes, and short-term rentals. All of these classes were perfect to buy and hold and to rent out to tenants. In the commercial asset class, you have multifamily over 5 units, storage space, warehouse space, and retail. So after considering the options, we decided to focus on multifamily homes. Initially residential 1 to 4, but now we're on commercial properties which are 5+ residential units. So the idea behind this was as you buy them, renovate them, and tenant them out, you would cash flow on the rents that you would receive. So as long as the rents were greater than the mortgage, the taxes, utility bills, and any maintenance, every unit would begin to cash flow a little bit each month. Acquire more properties and units, your cash flow will begin to grow. Your asset is now paying you an income. We thought this was great, although it would take a bit of time. But we quickly realized there were greater gains than just cash flow. As long as you acquired a property in a good area, your property will gain value over time. It may just be a small percentage, but every year that will grow, and thus so will your equity. This equity can be taken out of the property eventually and can be used to fund your lifestyle. But even better, you could buy another property with it. This is truly an excellent way of having your cash work for you. We soon realized we could speed this process up. We could purchase more assets that would appreciate and get greater cash flow every month. So the very first property that we purchased was a duplex, a 2-unit residential home about an hour away from our house. So it was accessible for us to go and work there, and we took some money out of our primary residence to purchase the unit. With the deposit down and some funds put aside for the renovations, the bank took care of the mortgage and we were ready to start. The duplex itself had promise, but it was very run down, poorly maintained, and the rents were super low. The duplex was turned over to us vacated, and we were able to get in and start renovations straight away. We had no cash flow at this point, so getting the renovations done quickly was pretty critical. So with the renovation underway, we got all the bases covered. New flooring, new trim, new paint, some appliances in both the kitchens, both the bathrooms tiled, and some new doors. Both units were quickly tenanted at market rates. We had the bank come back and do a reappraisal. The reappraisal came back with $90,000 added equity. That's with all the expenses taken accounted for. We were really happy. It was a job well done. So what did we do with a newfound fortune? We refinanced our property and used the money and rolled it into property number 2. So by purchasing an asset and increasing its value with some sweat equity, we're able to refinance it and purchase a second asset. We soon discovered this strategy is pretty common. It's often referred to as the BRRRR method. So buy, renovate, rehab, refinance, and repeat. So that's what we did. We now have double-digit properties across different provinces in Canada. But the BRRRR method isn't the only one. There are others too. Short-term rentals, Airbnb, wholesaling. But for us, this strategy, the BRRRR method, is not only the most comfortable, but the most fun. With a bit of research, you'll find out which method is more comfortable or profitable for you. So here are some last tips I want to offer to you that we discovered when we got our first duplex. Number 1, get your credit report. You can get it online and work on how you can improve it. There's lots of tips and ways online, just Google it, you'll be able to find out. Number 2, get your finances into order. Go to your bank or your credit union and start getting prepared. Number 3, get hold of your broker, get hold of your realtor, and let them know your plans and where they can help. These will be key people in your team, and they need to be aligned with you and where you want to go. you're going to find they're going to have some great resources for you. Number 4, get online and find some local groups of like-minded people. Surround yourself with people who are on the same journey as you. We probably found this the biggest help overall. When we started on this journey, naturally we had many barriers in our mind. It's just the way we've been brought up. But getting to know other people in our network who are on the same journey but maybe at different stages really helped us get some successes under our belt. As Napoleon Hill said, the only limitations we have are those that we set up in our minds. The network of people we built around us really helped us change our mindset and help unlock the potential. Growing and developing a network of investor-focused people around you could become your greatest asset. I know for us, having this network of people around us that we've built has allowed us to accomplish things we never thought we could do. So we're very grateful for that. And who knows what's going to happen in the future. It's very exciting. So this is one of our properties. This is a duplex. So we've got a unit upstairs and downstairs. This is the upstairs unit. We just had the tenant move out a week ago. So we've come in, had a deep clean, done a bit of paint refresh, and we're all ready next week for our new tenant to move in. So I'll just walk you through to show you what we have here. So front entrance is just behind me here. So this here is the main room, the TV room, if you like. Got a bit of an accent wall behind us. Okay, in here is the main bathrooms. This is the tub shower that we have. We tiled all the showers in our apartments just because they last longer. I'm not a fan of putting in those plastic surrounds. I mean, they're okay, but if they crack, you have a bit of an issue. Whereas if a tile gets broken, we can replace the tile. Also, the tiled showers, they last a lot longer. They're zero maintenance. Like I said, they're hard to damage, and for appreciation value, you get a bit more for that. So we always tile our showers, and obviously we waterproof behind them with a nice Crody product. And then just behind me here is the vanity and the toilet. So this is bedroom number 1. Pretty basic. We have a closet, light, fan, and a window with a view. Okay, here we have bedroom number 2. Okay, so here's the kitchen. So just behind me you can see the stove, the hood, and the fridge. We also have the sink over here with a dishwasher, and then just behind me here we have the microwave and a bit more counter space. So when we purchased this property, it was pretty run down. We had to replace all the flooring, the trims, obviously repainting, a whole bunch of plaster. In terms of the kitchens, upstairs and downstairs, we actually kept what we had and just refreshed. And then we added new appliances, both the bathrooms, the upstairs bathroom and the apartment bathroom downstairs. We completely gutted. We wanted to replace all the plumbing. As a contractor, it's better for me, considering we want to hold long term, to change all the plumbing, have the plumber do everything. So you're minimizing the risk of any issues in the future. Also, it's an old building. This building is actually 100 years old. So overall, in terms of cost, I think we spent about 15,000 Canadian upstairs on this apartment. Some of that went on the flooring and the trim and the paint, the rest of it was in labor. There was a few fixtures that we put on for the bathroom and for the kitchen. With the rate of inflation that we're all enjoying right now, and with the addition of the taxes for the building, the utility costs, and anything else that comes up, maintenance, I think we're just scraping by. But as the rate of inflation returns to normal, we'll start seeing a profit and a cash flow on this property. Again, our long-term goal is hold the property and gain on the appreciation. So we're not too concerned about the cash flow. It's nice to have, but the long-term appreciation of the building is what we're in this for.